Warcraft Arclight Rumble has some unique ways for obtaining cards, including this weird grid system that actually is kind of fun. So stick around in this video for everything you need to know about unlocking cards in Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and I have been playing this obsessively in the closed beta, Warcraft Arclight Rumble, and the grid system is the main way that you use your gold to unlock cards. So in this video, I'm going to talk really about two things. First of all, how does the grid work? How do you get your cards that you play in your decks? And then second of all, how do you get the gold you need to unlock cards? So I'm going to start with assuming you have some gold and you want to unlock some cards. This grid right over here is where you get it done. You pick the thing that you want to unlock if it's a card you don't already have, like, for example, this Smoke Bomb. It's a new spell. I would buy it for 350 gold if I want. If I make that purchase, you will see all of these squares highlighted in red are going to disappear from the map. They're going to disappear and be replaced with new things that you can potentially go and get from your grid. Now, in addition to getting new cards, there are also cards that you already have that show up. And in that case, you can get some extra experience for that particular card. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, do me a huge favor, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. I'll be making more Warcraft Arclight Rumbles to help you get value and smash your enemies, so consider smashing the subscribe button and throwing a like on the video. Thank you. So in this case, I have Flamewalker unlocked. If I spend the 50 gold, I get a bunch of experience on the Flamewalker, and you may think, why would you want to do that when you could just get other cards? And I will say that there is a huge amount of power to your progressing through the campaign, the PvE stuff, by virtue of having higher level cards. But you will notice there is in this same row as the Flamewalker, for which I've already unlocked it, it's only 50 gold to sort of get the extra experience for this thing, that there is this green XP boost, which is kind of cool. The XP boost gives a, as it says, experience boost to whatever you get from the same row that it's in or column that it's in. Well, in this case, if I were to get the Flamewalker, I would get the bonus experience from this XP boost, which is kind of nice. And these XP boosts come in different flavors of rarity. I've even gotten a legendary XP boost, which was a huge amount of experience. Now, one thing you can do to more optimally deploy that experience is you can move it. So you can spend gold. You can see here I tap move. You can put it in one of the adjacent spots. So I could switch places with the Flamewalker, or I could switch places with the card that's below it. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So this is something you can do to move cards around, because you may have a couple things in a column or row that you don't want to lose. So you may want to move them before you buy them if you are buying them. And the advantage of cycling through lots of things here is you can get to the cards that you actually want, which is one of the big advantages. Oh, I actually moved it. I don't know that I meant to do that, but that's how moving works. GG. I forgot I had move tap. Anyways, by picking up cards like that Flamewalker, see, I was just illustrating a move. That was all intended. Wasting 10 gold, whatever. By getting something like this Flamewalker, you can cycle the board really quickly. Now, in this instance, that's not necessarily what I want to go and do. Let's get a look here. Because the other thing you can get on the board is something called talents. Talents are very, very critical for customizing the way that a card actually works. So as an example, this Necromancer Cult of the Damned talent. Well, let's go look at the Necromancer and the Cult of the Damned talent. Let's go. Here is our Necromancer. I'll tap more info. Necromancer is a card that, as you can see down here, he summons baddies to go fight for you, and he can do AoE damage, I believe. Well, he hits the air, whatever. We can actually look at the full, okay, it's single target, just kidding. But he can hit air and ground, which is pretty important. He is ranged, he is a summoner, elemental. But the talents, Cult of the Damned, on kill, summon a skeleton. Well, that seems really, really good. Having talents is just often straight up better than not having talents. There are some exceptions, but I'll talk about that more perhaps in a bit. And then this one, Jeweled Skulls. Summon skeletal mages instead of skeletons. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, skeletal mages do frost damage, they slow. Actually very powerful in their range units, they can hit things in the air. Super freaking crucial, man. These talents are game-changing. Arguably best talent I found in the game is actually on this Meat Wagon. Meat and Bones summons a skeleton with each attack. This is just completely freaking bonkers. So as you can imagine, these are so powerful, they do cost more. They run 500 gold. That's what this more expensive stuff is. Necromancer, Cult of the Damned. Very expensive. Now, one reason why I might go to unlock a new card instead of just going and, for example, buying something like these talents for cards that I'm not even using yet, but they're really good talents, is that when you unlock a new card, okay, that card will have levels. Based off of your own level. In other words, it comes into the game with some amount of experience. Those levels all go directly toward your player level. Let me show you what I mean here. You have a player level right over here. For every level one of your cards is, you get more player level. So I'm 601 out of 625 player level right now. If I just go and I get this Goblin Sapper, I want to unlock cards, okay? So let's just move the grid around here, okay? So I'm going to pick up the Goblin Sapper. I also could pick up this Smoke Bomb. I'm not sure which of these I'd prefer, but Goblin Sapper, you could probably do some busted things. These actually, the two of them, if they are uncontested, will destroy a tower. Kind of incredible, but if they're contested at all, they just implode. So let's pick this up. You'll see the grid move around, and watch this. Uncommon experience boost applies. I gain 12 levels. Good God. Okay. New cards show up, and you can see, boom, I got like half a level from that. I'm at 613 out of 625. Now, every time I level up, I get more experience from everything I do. This makes sense because you like need more levels on a new card for it to even be playable in the PvE content. And so now I have other things available. Let's see here. Ooh, Corehound's Guard Dog. So this deals 50% additional damage when near towers and meeting stones. Very cool. Every talent, by the way, increases the level of card as well. So really important to have talents on your cards. I actually still want to unlock all the cards. So I'm going to go, I think, for this Quillbore. Let's do that. It's going to cost me 350 gold. You see the cards in red are all going to disappear. Everything else is going to shift around. I'm going to gain experience for my player level. 11 levels on this Quillbore, and boom, player level shoots up a bunch. New cards available. What's this? Sneed, self-destruct. This is for my leader. On death, deal damage to nearby enemies. Sneed is pretty cool, man. Getting a talent on a leader is a big deal. If I go and look at Sneed, would I want that particular talent? I think is a fair ask. So we look at Sneed. We look at his 2 talent options. Ooh. Mine is money friend. Gain the miner trait. So this makes it so that Sneed can go harvest gold from mines, which is actually really strong. Which of those would I prefer though? Like both have a lot of value. They really do. I honestly am like not sure what I would want to take. I can tell you though, I'm personally not making a Sneed deck right now, but it sure is tempting to get it. If I wanted to hold on to it and leave it up there, I could just move this card around, or instead I could just pick up the Smoke Bomb and it'll stay on the board. So why don't I just do that? I'm going to get the Smoke Bomb. That other one will stay on the board. This is 350 gold. Normally, I would not just burn through a lot of gold like this, but for the purpose of this video and because I've saved up a lot of gold, I'm going to do that. Boom. There we go. Things move around. Ooh, what's this? Blackrock Pyromancer Conflagrate. This is something I really wanted. I use this card, it's in my main deck, and this is an amazing ability. She does splash damage, and this is increasing the area with which she does splash damage. I love this. I want to get this. Slam dunk, easy pickup for my deck. And then I'm running out of gold at this point, but I'll equip it to her. Such a win. You also get experience when you unlock a talent, which is a big deal. Let's freaking go. Ooh, we hit a new level. I wish I had not flashed through that screen so quickly, but all that was showing you was just these next level bonuses that I was getting. And what do we have now? Blood Mage Thalnos Bane. Playing a spell increases attack speed by 30% for 5 seconds. Blood Mage Thalnos is one of the more scary leaders, but I'll have talked about that probably in a separate video. And Quillbore Dig Speed. That's interesting. Deploys more quickly. I'm not even using him yet. I just unlocked him, so I don't feel the need to get that just yet. I have only 700 gold. I want to save some. Now, why do I want to save my gold? Every day, and the time might depend on what your local time is, but every day for me at 11, it cycles the grid. So what that means is they just get rid of this bottom row and shift everything down one row, and there's basically a new top row that shows up there. So that's one reason why you would want to hold on to some amount of gold, because then when new things show up, you're going to want to be able to go and potentially pick them up. And I would really hold on to, I would encourage you to hold on to some amount of gold, not too much, so that you can get something if you really want it when it shows up in the shop. Now, if you want to get gold, I'm going to make a separate video about spending, but you can buy some amount of gold every week. It is a fairly limited amount. There's a sort of premium gold amount that you can get for like $4. It's 500 gold, and then 20 gold every 12 hours for free. If you just tap the little button there, I claimed that already. And then $10, you can buy twice 800 gold. So the coin pouch is probably the best deal here, although these deals may change when the game has gone live. And you also can get gold, by the way, by going and doing the PvE campaign and even revisiting missions in the PvE campaign with different deck types. You can see faded out there is that conquest gold amount. Because I've already beaten this with Blackrock, you can't beat it again with Blackrock, but if I pick, for example, Horde or Alliance, I could go in and do these and get the conquest gold, which is pretty cool. One last place you can get gold that I'll mention, even though this isn't really a video about getting gold, is in your quests. These refresh periodically. For me, they refresh 5, 1 a.m. and 9 a.m. So 3 times a day, you'll have the opportunity to complete 3 either quests or do some PvP to then get some bonus rewards, which I've been doing for the last week or so that I've been playing this closed beta. If you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor, throw a like on here and consider subscribing to the channel for more Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Overall, I think that the grid system is pretty cool. I'd be eager for your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you think of this mechanism for unlocking stuff? I'm kind of into it. At first, I was a little intimidated, but now that I've got the hang of it, yeah, I think it's pretty good. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.